obligations, but this stuff
He
is
said he can't hear us for some reason.
is
This whole
very
time
important.
we was probably on mute.
Are you serious? That ain't on me. That's on you. That's on him. Excuse us for the technical difficulties. Yeah, we thank you. Like,
it ain't technical. I dropped the ball. My bad.
oh my God.
That intro was on point tonight too, man. Hey, it be like that, man. Hey, but so y'all know, man, it's real out here. So we here, man, to like everybody to tell their story, man, and raising awareness about parental alienation. This is in so many words, this is what we were saying.
Look at this. Look. I just can't. Like I was on a roll. Like I'm not gonna repeat myself. Like this is the same stuff every time. We are not liable or reliable for any litigations. That's all I'm saying. And we gotta start letting people know. Once you do these interviews, do not reach back out asking us to take nothing down. This stuff is up for educational and informational purposes only. Of course, it's personal because people are sharing their personal stories. But at the end of the day, the reason and the mission behind it is just cause. We want to give people the opportunity to share their story, but at the end of the day, this is so that we can help others understand that this stuff is real. Like this, we are not actors. Nobody's hired to come on here. Like these are real life instances, and children and parents are suffering behind us, and so that's why we do what we do. But yeah, I just can't believe you had us.
Hey, it be like that, man. It be like that.
Not
I'm about to
being heard.
Yeah, we was on point tonight too, man. We was
No, you
ready.
need to say it again. Tell them, say what you said that they didn't hear. I had to repeat myself. So in
I
the
can't.
word, what is it?
Yeah, look, man. We got something together.
Look, just bear with us. Like
Listen.
we gonna get it together. We gonna get it.
All right, here we go. Here we go. In a world where every story has two sides, one question remains unanswered. Who's the deadbeat? So we here to get everybody's sides of the story. We're not here to judge. Our main purpose is to bring everybody back together. The ultimate goal is to give the kid a positive co-parenting experience. So maybe, say maybe y'all guys will work it out after this. I mean, I never seen it happen before, but maybe y'all yes, but maybe y'all can do what's best for the kid, man. Maybe somebody come around and just grow up, man. Because at the end of the day, the kids suffer lifelong trauma behind these, yeah, behind parental alienation. So, but we finna post the link in the comment section if anybody want to come up and tell their story. Feel free. But meanwhile,
I just can't believe this. Like,
what?
That you had us on mute. Like I'm.
We'll be all right.
Have to show me so I can start taking over because
we'll be all right, man.
You was.
But
it was a little lost.
That's a fact. The kids are the ones really are affected.
Yes, they are. They are the most important part of the equation. I mean, we all have been children, but I always say it that children don't stay kids forever. They grow up and they become adults. And so we have to break these cycles for a better future. Like this stuff is not okay. And so the more that people speak on it and the more people get educated, hearing other people's stories, and just not even just that, just the legal system, it's a lot of things that we do this for so that people can get courage and be able to do what they need to do to reunite with their own children. And so ultimately, yeah, the kids ought to go. But we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. We have a guest tonight that's gonna share his story, and so
we got all right.
We're gonna call him up.
Gonna bring him on stage.
All right.
What's going on, man?
How y'all doing
Your
today?
name is Harlem.
Harlem.
That's your name?
Yes. Yeah, my name Harlem.
So I'm assuming you from Harlem.
Nah, I'm from Jersey,
Oh
actually. Like,
God, man, you can't have a name like Harlem from Jersey.
it work out that way sometimes.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. So now that we got that out the way, we have Harlem here from Jersey. How many kids do you have?
I actually have three,
And how many are being alienated?
two,
Two. And how old are they?
Wait, how many women?
three.
Three.
Yeah.
So the two kids that are being alienated, they're by the same woman.
Nah, I got three different ones.
So all three of the kids, so two of the kids out of the three are being alienated, right?
Yes,
By two different women.
yes.
Okay,
Man,
just want to
that's
get
Yeah,
that. So
it's
sorry,
it, it's rough. And you, well, you went through it, so you know how it go.
yeah, man. That's
we gonna get
tough.
into it. So how old are your babies? All three of them.
Um, the oldest one will be 10 in February coming in. The second one will be 8 December of this year, and the last one 7 months.
Okay. Oh, so you got a little baby.
So
Yeah,
it's the two youngest that's being alienated, or the
no,
two
no, the two
oldest?
oldest.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
All right. So because it's two different kids, I guess we can start with the oldest child first. What's the history with you and that kid's mom? Were you in a relationship, situationship, married, one night stand? What that was like?
honestly, it was just a fiasco from the beginning. Like, how can I like? Basically, me being grown now, I understand that I was just moving crazy. You feel me? Like,
Uh, you
basically, I was,
you
I
was
was,
a player.
yeah, I was doing too much. I was doing too much.
I
I
mean,
basically, I was in the halfway house coming from prison,
okay.
and I just did some stuff I should have been doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. You were so how old are you now?
Shit, 36.
And back then you was in your 20s. So yeah, okay, you was
Yeah,
young, you made some mistakes. And
yeah.
so y'all met and was dating. So that child is 10, right? Was it like this the whole 10 years or like what kind of just walk us
Honestly,
through.
I didn't. I haven't seen that kid since it was one.
Oh,
Wow.
okay,
Yeah,
okay. So how did like what happened with that? Y'all just split up? Like who ended like how did it go left?
man. It was just, I don't like basically I ain't we ain't you got to think we don't really know each other like that. Period.
Okay.
Feel me? Like I met her through one of my other friends, and I just did some, you know, and
Yeah. Okay.
so you
Okay.
got to think now. You got to think I don't know her family. She don't know my family. We don't like it's no coping with nothing. You feel me? And
Hmm.
Right.
at the time, I'm still in jail.
Okay.
Okay.
You feel me? So basically, while she's pregnant, I'm going back into the halfway house every night. You feel me? Like, and you got to think on top of really not knowing the person on top of that. You feel me? So
So the baby, you said up until the baby was one. So what happened? Did she relocate or did y'all just
yeah,
lose
yeah.
contact?
She ended up moving to Pennsylvania,
Okay. Okay.
and I ended up getting a violation probably maybe 2 months or so before I was about to like be finished. I ended up going back to prison, and then when I came out, she like, oh yeah, come stay with me in Pennsylvania, and you got to think I don't have nothing. I'm coming from prison. You feel me?
Hmm.
So now you got to think that's another extra pressure that you got to think we men. You know, don't nobody want to. Everything just not good within the whole situation. You know what
Okay.
I mean?
So did you move to Pennsylvania or you just opted not to?
I actually did.
Okay.
So how was that? It just didn't work
For me
out.
personally, it's stressful.
Okay.
What
Like
made it so stressful?
I don't know nobody. All right, now I'm coming from jail. I ain't even on the thinking like to be legal or nothing. I'm like, dang, I don't know nobody. I can't get nothing going. I don't have no money. Everything just bad. And just sitting there, sitting somewhere you don't know nothing going on, and
So
you ain't got nothing.
what went left with you? what made you leave Pennsylvania? Like, what caused the split after the 1 year? Because I'm
Um,
assuming you was there for 1 year, right?
Nah, I
Or
wasn't. I stayed there for a little bit, and I'm like, I can't do this. Like, I'm not a dude
okay,
that could just sit up and you think you could, oh, you could get a little job and support me, and I'm not like that. You feel me? So
Okay.
I ended up going back to my mom crib. Oh, you want to go to your mom crib, sleep on the couch? Woo, woo, woo. I'm like, bro, this is gonna be a better situation for me to do what I need to do so I can support my life because I like having kids, bro. You have to have stability. Without really stability, you ain't gonna get nowhere. Like,
That's true, especially not living in a place where you know nothing. So, I mean, that's understandable. And you young, just given a history, it's hard to do. We both know because we were relocated, and just even if you got some means, it's still not easy to
it
navigate
still
in
ain't
a
easy. Yeah, it
foreign
still ain't easy.
place. Yeah, yeah. So you decided to go back. Of course, she wasn't happy about that,
Exactly.
and she, I guess, remained there, and y'all just couldn't co-parent effectively being in two different states. Is that what the problem was, really, initially, the distance, or like
Um,
how did it go?
you gotta think at the same time we don't really know each other like that either. You feel me?
so
So
you was just doing something at the time.
exactly, just all right. I got a kid. Let me try. You feel me?
Okay.
Because it's new to me. She already got kids. You feel what I'm saying? That's my
Okay.
first
Okay.
kid. So
So we're assuming that once you did that, you were a deadbeat in her eyes.
basically, and I just basically, so I just stayed and I just was trying to get myself together. And you gotta think, I'm out here, she out there. I'm doing whatever I want to do. You feel me?
So what was you doing as far as helping out with the kid?
Nothing. I couldn't. I ain't have nothing to help.
Okay. So all right. So how long did that go on?
Man. I don't really know like the exact timing, but maybe probably like hmm, maybe a couple months, like a couple months.
Okay. So did you ever gain like contact? Was she letting you talk to the baby? Was it like
Um, when I got myself together, I actually went. I went back out there. I drove out there. I come out there, and you got to think I'm trying to just you got to think I just want to be with my kid at the end of the day. And
right?
you got to think she probably wanted a relationship. I ain't there at that time. I ain't thinking about that.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
So okay, so you said it's been 9 years.
Yeah,
No, but you went back out there. I guess the baby was still a baby
yeah. It was
when.
still a baby.
Okay. So what happened? Did you have some more troubles where you had to stay away, where it would be that just a because 9 years is a long time. So you
Yeah,
got to
yeah. I
understand
don't even. You got to think I don't even honestly know that kid for real.
right, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
What?
what happened? Because if you was willing to try and you was going, you had went back out there a time or two.
Mm.
What just made it go just completely stop? Was it drama? Was you feeling
Yeah,
like
yeah. And it was a lot of drama, arguing, fighting back and forth, going through situations like that. You feel me? And
Okay.
I'm
So did she keep the kid away from you, or did you just leave
like
in a bit?
at first she was like, that's how I was going. Like I'm staying in Jersey, I wouldn't be able to get the kid. Then she'd just pop up, drop the kid off, bam. Out of like I might not hear from them for 2 months. She'd come drop the kid off at my mom crib, bam. I'm like, oh, all right. I'll be with him a little bit. She'll get him, and I won't hear from them for a minute. You got to think we don't got contact with each other or nothing. Like honestly, right now today, I don't know where she live at. I don't have her number and no contact period. I don't really know her.
okay, so because you gotta understand when people watch this, they're gonna be calling you a deadbeat, right? Because they don't know,
Absolutely, absolutely,
right? So
absolutely.
that's why we ask and we
Mm.
pull in and try to get more information so that you do have a fair shot to share your side. So how do you feel about how it went? Like, what is your take on it? Do you feel like you could have done something better? Do If you could go back in time, would have kept the what would that look like?
I ain't gonna lie. If I could go back in time, I would probably just try harder on like fixing the situation to where I could be with my kid. You feel what I'm saying?
So
Because
you
that's
do feel like it was on you.
Now I feel like it was on both of us.
Okay,
Uh,
because she left, she moved. That made it harder for you to be with your kid.
I
And
still
then,
would have did what I had to do for my kid.
so how are you now financially? When did you get financially stable?
Oh, honestly, for a long time now, like,
So I'm
I
talking about
think
back then. So let's just backtrack a little bit. So you said you left because you had to get your paper together.
mhm.
So how long did that take before you got your paper together to say, okay, I'm ready to have my kid now?
I never not wanted to get my kid.
Yeah, okay.
Even when I didn't have anything going on, I still wanted my kid.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta think once things not going good in the relationship wise and that type of stuff, it's kind of harder to deal with the other person.
yeah, and especially being in another state, but
So what were some of them things that she made difficult for you?
right.
Like just me not being able to get my kid.
Like, okay, you call and say, I want to come pick him up and bring him back with me, and she say no, or I just want to come see him, and she say no.
Both.
Okay, so like, what was her reasons? Because she didn't
Um,
want her baby to be outside of the state they lived in,
nah,
or
not even that. It was basically more of her not wanting me to be messing with other girls and stuff like that.
and having the
Uh,
baby around it.
I couldn't speak from that side of the point.
Okay, so today, right now, you haven't seen your son. You don't. I mean, is it a son or a daughter? I'm sorry.
Son,
yeah.
Okay, you haven't been with your son. You don't really feel like y'all have a connection. You don't know much about him. Is that something you want to change today? Because he's only
yeah,
10. I mean, you
yeah,
still
absolutely.
have time, to get in his
Oh no,
life.
I'm never gonna give up on like wanting to be in my child's life ever. And like
So what are you doing? Are you trying to take her to court or
I
like what's
honestly
your
don't have no.
plans?
I just know she in Pennsylvania. I don't know where she at. I don't know how to I don't know anything about anything.
So yeah, because you said y'all didn't know each other. So you don't know her
Right.
family, you don't know anything.
Exactly.
So you don't like it's no
Man,
social media or nothing where you could.
Nothing. Nothing.
man, that's
So
tough.
yeah, I know that's probably something that's hard for you, not knowing
Yeah,
the whereabouts of
like
your
I don't have any contact to even reach out and try to fix anything at this current time and like period.
Okay. So all right, let's hop to the next
next
child.
situation.
The next child. So what happened with that situation?
I kind of met her like maybe a year that year right there.
Right, because she about to be 8. That this baby about to be 8,
All right, so
right?
I think them two people overlap.
Right. So before you even tell us, did the first kid's mother know that you had a second child?
Yes.
Did it even get to that point? Was that a problem as
Yeah.
well?
She exactly. She felt like I was trying to have another kid to replace the first kid because of me not being able. Well, her not being giving me that kid.
Okay, okay. Got it. So that just made her be more
Yeah,
difficult with you.
it made it worse. Yes.
Okay, got it. So you can
Mm-hmm.
continue. So you with this? Were you? How was that with that baby mama? Was that a relationship?
Um.
Situation? Same thing.
At first we were just cool, and then we start kind of messing around like that.
Okay.
Okay, so if y'all was cool, you had a baby together, it was going smooth. When did that go left? What age was the baby with that situation when it went left?
Mm, Probably before he even was born. Honestly.
Wow. She must you was still trying to be a player or what?
Yeah. Basically. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. I was
Even
just.
though that shouldn't have nothing to do with you being a father,
Right.
you should
But
still be allowed to be in your kid's life. But
but at the same time, I could look back and say, yeah, I was like doing too much when I was younger. But at the same time, you're right. It don't got nothing to do with the kid. But that's not gonna stop somebody else from feeling a certain way.
Okay, so did she know about the first kid
Yeah.
and what you was going through?
Yeah. Exactly what I was going through.
And still turned around and did the same exact thing, basically.
Exactly, because she got the blueprint from the first person. Because you got to think when you sitting there telling somebody like, "Damn, I'm going through this. I feel like this," and you telling somebody, "Damn, yo, I don't. This right here don't feel good. Like, man, I'm missing my kid. I don't like. It's bad." So you got to think when they mad at you, that's what they're going to use to shoot the shots at you.
Okay, so
How did that go left?
yeah.
Same thing, just being outside
So she caught you cheating or something, or
all the time, all the time.
Okay.
okay? So then at that point, what did she say? Like, well, you're not gonna be around this baby? How did she leave? Like, how did that? How did y'all lose the connect?
Exactly like that. Like she'd just like boom, she'd be mad, leave, go with her parents, be done with. I don't. We ain't talking no more.
But
She'll leave.
you were trying to be active still in the second
Yeah,
kid's
yeah,
life as well, right? Because
yeah. But you gotta think.
okay,
By the time I had that kid, I got my own place. Everything kind of smooth. Everything alright at that point in time.
okay, okay. Yeah,
So like Issue Boy said do exactly that. You think they was just trying to weaponize the kids to just use it against you, or
Exactly, because I been basically I'm like my personality. I'm always going to try to do my best at anything I put my mind to. Like I'm always
mhm.
going to try to like work, do what I got to do, and stuff like that. So a person when they start like hating you and y'all have relationships and it ain't go right, they only gonna use what they know would make you feel bad about something.
Right,
Like they're
they'll
not
use it against you, exactly.
exactly, and that's kind of what happened with me.
So this, how long has it been since you connected with this kid?
Um, basically when she going through her little issues, she had give them to me. She had contact me. Yo, I get somebody to actually get my kid. Like I've been FaceTiming them for the probably like the last maybe year. I ain't seen them in 2.5 years.
Where
Ago.
are they? Are they in a different state?
Yeah, they in Jersey. I basically this is what happened. I moved to Georgia because of all the bad stuff that my second baby mom was doing to me.
Okay, okay,
so that's where you at
okay. So
now?
that's where you are now.
Yeah, I live in Georgia.
Okay.
Okay, so it's yet another interstate distance between
Yeah,
you
yeah, basically.
So
and
what was she doing to you to make you leave?
Man,
like
That's
you
why
gonna
we
have to
here.
right, you gonna have to
man.
dig
Hey
deep
yo,
because I'm telling you, these people gonna be like, he a deadbeat. Two
I ain't gonna
kids,
lie.
you the
I honestly don't care how nobody feel about me.
no, I
I
mean
ain't
that's
even.
fair, but I'm just saying for the sake of you getting your story out. Like
Yes.
we don't care what they have to say either, but this is for you to tell us
Your
what's
side.
happening,
Yes.
right? And so we just know that it's not enough information to really tell people like why is you the common denominator? You got two women, and it's possible. Don't get me wrong. That's not what we're saying, but we just want you to be able to express that this is real. Like, yes, she did this, and she did this. This is what they doing. This is why I haven't been able to see my kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what are
Um.
some of the games did she play? Did she badmouth you to your kid, or like what is
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. Like basically, like for the last few years, I really don't even really like be paying her no mind. Like like my son, you got to think he's 7. He about to be 8. I call him on Facetime. We kick it like that. But it's just I ain't like basically when me and her was together, I always got caught cheating and stuff like that. So she always was mad, trying to treat me funny, all that like that type of stuff. So
Okay.
then she knew like I don't care what you go do. If you go do whatever you gotta do, I don't. It is what it is. I'm only gonna be like mad if you like not. I'm not being able to be around my kid when me and my kid have a relationship already. You feel me? Because you gotta think, I already went through that bad situation with the first one, so I'm like, damn, I ain't trying to go through this again. So I'm trying hard to just be with my kid. You feel
Okay.
me? Like,
So when did you move? What age was your second child when you moved?
I was like 30 when I moved out here.
No, what age was the child?
What he was?
If he's 7 now, well, he
Yeah,
was
word.
6.
Yeah, nah.
Because aren't you 36,
He
right?
was, yeah, word. He was about to be like 2.
Oh, okay, so you been in Georgia,
Oh, you said you've been in Georgia since you was 30. Okay,
so
good.
I'm
Yeah,
assuming that the your 7 month old is there
yeah. He
with.
from here. She from here.
So you're with her mom in a
Yeah,
relationship.
yes,
So you're seeing your daughter every day, right? So
yes.
like, so this is really the first experience that
Yeah,
you're
this is my
getting
first time actually like getting this
being a
experience. Oh,
father from
yeah,
day one.
yes.
All right, so this is the question. This is the $1 million question right here. Why you didn't take him to court?
Um, at that point in my time, at that point in time in my life, I wasn't working. I wasn't doing. I was going to jail and stuff like that. Like, and then when I did go to court, it never. It I'm talking about. It never went in my favor, not one time. So I basically just gave up. Like, man, that court don't work for a person like me that been through like the struggles outside of being a parent. I got locked up when I was 19 years old. You feel me? I went to
Hmm.
prison, did my time. I came home and went right back to prison. Now you got to think when I come home this time, I end up in these situations. I don't. You got to think I don't even really know how to deal with anything yet.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, that happens to a lot of men. Like we know that just the just of, and this is not to make excuses, because being that we fought a custody battle and had to pay money that we really didn't have, but we made
Right.
sure we had it for that.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, people don't really understand that it is something that you have to, number one, have the courage to do, and number two, you got to have the knowledge. You got to have information. You got to have support. You got to know what you're getting into. Our
Right.
culture is not just keen on nobody who likes court. I don't even like going to traffic court, right? So we get that part, but I
Now,
guess what we're really
I've
trying to,
been to court. I've been to court.
like, are you on child support or
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
like that?
I'm on child support for one
For
of them.
for both of them?
For one,
The first one or the second one?
second one.
Okay, so like, how is that? Like from
I don't have
where
no.
where she's at
Honestly
in
don't.
New York,
It's in
Pennsylvania.
Jersey. Honestly, I don't
Jersey.
or
have.
Jersey?
I have no issue with like child support. I feel like all right, my kid there, like my man, you could be going through stuff, but you still need help.
No,
I
I'm saying in terms of, and this is different for each state, but typically when you get put on child support, that establishes rights. That establishes some type of basis for you to get your custody or visitation.
I have
So,
I have the 50-50 non-custodial parent and all that. But all right, now
okay.
in New Jersey, say I'm supposed to get my kid, right?
Hmm.
If she say no, only thing I can do is go to court and put in a motion. But you gotta think I don't live like all right, my son, she was supposed to let my son come with me for the summer. This summer that just passed. She ain't do it. Now, what I'm supposed to do is file with the court, and they're gonna give me a court date. You gotta think that
Mm-hmm.
might take 2 months. 2 months go by. Where he back at school?
Man, that's
That's
what
the
you.
gag. That's the name of the
Yeah.
game. We get it though, because the thing is, it's hard to, because we understand, because we fought a fault, and it was interstate. Luckily it was in our backyard, but the other parent, it wasn't. So they had
Mm.
to come here 1,000 miles away every time it was court, every time it was a hearing, every time it was whatever, because that's what you just have to do when you fighting for your kids. Now, not to throw no shade to you, but at the end of the day, when you gotta fight, you gotta fight. You in a
Yeah,
position where you had to fight. If you said that these women kept your kids from you, it's your responsibility to reverse
Yeah.
that. Now, I'm not saying you didn't do what you could in your best self, but at the end of the day, that's just the basis of it. Like, that's what we tell
yeah.
people, like, you have to
All right.
do whatever it takes.
I'm personally for me, right? Why do I gotta go so hard just to? be in a situation with my kid that I created with you.
That's the
Now,
question every man asks.
like, all right, now it's like I gotta jump through hoops of fire just to be around a kid that's mine also. Now, I like I don't have no like nowadays I'm older. I don't mind going to court and stuff like that. But then it's
Right.
like, why can't we just be grown people and just make sure that the kid is straight? It ain't about us. It ain't about
True.
Yeah,
it ain't about us parents. We supposed to just do the best to make sure that this kid is being able to prosper in life the right way.
Yes.
that's absolutely right.
Yes.
But let me let you know something. You can't never reason with crazy. You see how you think your logic.
Yeah.
These women that's in this realm, they not thinking like that. They thinking about every way to destroy you.
And also, like a lot of them know how to play with the system to weaponize it
Absolutely.
against you to where like I ain't gonna lie, I'm
Yes.
honestly like just discouraged at this point in life. Like with me personally, like man, because so like basically right now I'm just trying to get all my things in order. So like at least I'm gonna leave my kids with something that's gonna make sure that they straight when I ain't here no more. You feel me? Like
Okay, so before you continue, because I know that that's the direction it's going in, because you being transparent and we respect you. I respect this is your story, this is your kids, your life, right? At the end of the day, you choose what's best for you in your life and your kids. Everybody makes that decision as an adult. It's plenty of men that get to the point that you are at and they stand on that, because the reality is if you feel like you're hitting a brick wall and you're not getting nowhere, I mean, what more can you do? We know that behind this, a lot of men unalive themselves and do all type of crazy things. If that's not, you,
definitely.
right. If that's not you and you have to pull back and do it, how you want to do it, that's your choice. That's your the path that you choose to take.
Nah,
And that's what we
honestly,
getting at with it, that it seemed like because it was interstate, because we don't know what would have happened if y'all lived up the street from each other. We can't say what you would have did. But personally, I just think because it was the battle of having a fight between both states, you gotta travel, you gotta do this. We did it. So I know that you trying to do that in two different directions. People can't even do it in the same town.
Even
So
especially with not even having the knowledge for real.
so I'm just trying to
and I,
give grace
all
on
right,
that
you got.
end and just think that this is why you didn't pursue it, because it's just it's the
It's
distance.
not what I basically just gave up on the pursuit on the like the court side of things because every time I went to court, it didn't work. Like, all right, now check this out, right? With the pandemic and all that, she ended up being pregnant. So she had to go through what that right there. She gave me my kid. My kid was living out here with me for a year.
That was when you should have made your move.
Look. I went to court and everything, right? They told me to give the kid back to her. Now, mind you, check like I got my own crib. Everything is all right here. It's extra. Like I got extra room. Everything is straight. They telling me to give my kid back to her.
Did your kid did he go to school there?
Nah, he wasn't school age yet.
And that was the
That's
problem.
the problem. And so this thing, and the thing that I hate the most about this is the fact that your kid is being tug of war
And
in
Yeah.
all these
it's to the
different
point.
directions.
It's to the point where now I think he understand I gotta talk to my dad this way. I gotta talk to my mom this way. Because you gotta think I do still talk to him here and there, but maybe the last I'm gonna say 2 months I haven't talked to him.
If you
Yeah.
if you was educated during that time, that would have been the best time for you to bust that move.
Yes.
You just didn't have the
Yeah.
information you needed to know what to
And
do, and that
Cause
yeah,
happens.
after six,
I
cause
still
after
was on.
6 months, after six
I,
months, that's established the kid's residency, and the kid was there with you for a whole year. See, what you should have
I
did was probably
I still
filed.
was on child support while he was staying with me here.
Yeah, cause child support and family court
Two
is two
different
different
things.
It's
things.
two different things. Yeah, I know. I know that now.
But you probably should have filed with Georgia or something like that, because well, probably not, because you said Pennsylvania has jurisdiction, but it was something that you could have did within that period.
Yeah, it would have. It
Like,
would
yeah,
have. It definitely probably wouldn't have been open and closed. We're not saying that, but it just would have gave you a better chance, right, to substantiate a better agreement because you could prove that you was able to care for that child for a year. And
yep.
so
I'm talking about.
I'm looking in the
I didn't
comments and
get
I
I
see.
didn't get a penny from her. Period. I never asked. I never like never tried to
But
say
I
nothing
think
about it.
they only doing that because you allow them to. So it seemed like both of them when they in hard times they drop the baby off, but when they not,
Yeah,
they you can't you
Yeah,
don't see him. So
they spoon feeding you
yeah,
your
yeah.
so
own kid.
I've been going through that for the last
so that's
few years.
but the only way to get around that is court. Like
Mm,
for real, like you cannot reason with people like that because they're gonna keep using you because they playing off of your guilt because you probably feel like you want to be there in your kid's life, you can't, so you feel guilty. Like, come on. But how long is that gonna happen? Like, how is your girlfriend feeling? Y'all live together with the new baby?
yeah.
So how is she feeling
Because
if
those are your baby siblings. And the
Mm,
reality is, even though they all small now, I mean, you don't want them to grow up not knowing each other. I know that's probably not what you intended. I don't think anybody ever intends for it to
man,
be
I ain't
that
go.
way.
Yeah, I ain't seen it being like this. But nah, she's. I ain't gonna lie. Me and her mad like cool. You feel me? Like so. She's see what go on with me and the second one, but she don't know the first one. You feel me? Because I don't really know
Yeah.
them either.
Yeah.
and not to get in your business, I mean you can share it if you want or if you don't. When you went to jail, was it like a violent crime or was it
Yeah, the first time, yeah.
oh okay.
Okay. That because that could be factored into family court if they want to use that against you. We know that that's not a good thing, but the whole thing behind it, like I know you want to share your story. What's the basis of where you are now with it? Like, what are
Oh
you
no,
thinking about doing? What are your plans? Like, what do you want to get
I
out
ain't gonna
there?
lie,
What is it you want to let us know?
man. I was so nervous about. I ain't want to come on here or nothing because I don't be like on the internet or nothing. But like honestly, like my life is kind of like normal. Everything is stable. I don't be in the mix or nothing no more. I ain't been in trouble in years. Like I'm talking. I can't remember the last time I've
Congratulations to
been in
that,
like.
man.
Yeah, you grew up. You a grown ass
Yeah,
man
nah,
now.
for real.
And consider
Yeah,
yourself
like
lucky, man, because we got a lot of young black males
That don't make
that
it.
don't make it. To say what you
nah,
saying.
for real.
So
Nah, for real. So like now, I just want basically to take care of my family and do what I got to do as a man. Like, and with my past, it's too hard for me to go on the court route because on paper, I don't look like who the man I am today.
Yeah,
It's just
definitely.
he was convicted of this before. You got to look kind of crazy, and
yeah, man,
But
it's
this
tough.
is the thing. I, People always think that they have to go for the gusto, right?
nah, I'm
That's
cool with just a little bit. I just want to be
and
able to be
that's
in my
all that
kid's
I'm
life so
trying
they
to
know
be
me as
clear
their
about.
father.
That's all I'm trying to be clear
I
about.
just want to be the father to my kid, to my kids. I don't want no issues, no or none of that. Like, and I'm willing to be a grown man and take care of my situations if I'm able to.
The thing about this is the first child, you got to go fight for that. But for that second one, you already got your 50-50 custody and she playing with
Mm.
your kids. No. She should never ever play with your kids. And every time she don't follow that order, you need to go file a motion
Yeah,
because you gotta let her know
that you standing on
I'm not
business,
playing with that.
and that don't got nothing to do with your past. A order, a court order is there, and they are supposed to enforce it. We hear this all the time. Well, they don't do this, and they just give us a slap on the wrist, and they this and they that, because we know that the legal system is messed up. We understand, especially in New Jersey, like that area, that region, baby. We know that it is a hot mess, like for real. But it's really like that across the board. You just have to get strategic, and you got to educate yourself, and you got to know how to go in there and do what you got to do. Don't get discouraged because you've been told no, because you're not going to get what you're looking for every single time. But when you think about your son and what he's missing out on, that is what the fight that you need to go back and do it, because you still have time. He's only 8.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that that we don't understand about family court. It's a strategy. We think that we can go in there and get instant results, and that's not how family court works.
You
It's a
know.
strategy. You got to chip away at it until eventually you either gain custody or you get what you've been trying to fight for this whole time,
Yes.
which is your kids.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
and that's a one thing you got to keep in mind. And man, it's tough, bro.
At
It's
least
tough.
at least you gotta start a basis like with your second kid. Now the first kid, I know that that's just overwhelming to even think about, not even knowing what somebody is to even start any type of process. But it's avenues you can take. It's definitely some avenues you could take. You don't have to rely on just the basis of not thinking that you can't do anything, because it's always you can start from somewhere. Whether that's figuring out social medias, getting a private investigator, doing things that can help you locate them, at least the school systems, the last area they lived in, speak to the school about it. If you on that baby birth certificate, they can't deny you those records. If they say that they transferred the kid from one school to the next school, you contact that school. It's a way you can find them. It's
I never knew that.
always a way you can find them.
I
Yes.
never knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want the baby birth certificate?
Yeah.
You the legal father.
Right.
So with that, just that alone, you can go to Pennsylvania and figure out
Yeah.
where's your baby.
You know what location? I mean, what area she used to be in? Just
Yeah,
call
call
some
some schools.
schools.
Hey, you got this student there. You got this.
You can go right in there and go get your baby right out of school and go talk to him and
And
do whatever you
you'll be
want.
surprised how you flirt with a secretary and can find out every damn thing, where she worked, where they at, where they went,
Especially with the one,
everything.
especially for the one that we talking about that don't have no order. You could definitely do that with them, with that one. Now the other one, you got 50-50, so you already got those rights, I'm assuming, because you know
Yeah.
50-50, you know, it is the court orders are broken down in different
Yeah.
sections, like far as
Every other
school and
holiday.
medical.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
got
so
you got to get insurance and all that. Yeah, all that is I got that one on that one.
Yeah,
okay.
you definitely got a basis.
So
It's
let
just not that you don't have nothing. So don't think like that. Just know and take baby steps. You got to really program your mind to understand that this stuff is not an overnight type of thing.
yeah,
Stop listening to people telling you that, yeah, this, that. Yeah, we know how the legal system works. But at the end of the day, it's their system. Either you gonna make a decision to walk away, or you gonna make a decision to fight. But you can't have one foot in and one foot out. That's not gonna serve you or your kid.
yeah. Cause them years be flying, man.
They go by.
They go by fast. And you don't want to get caught. So let me ask you this, before we get up out of here. So how was your mental of all of this, not being able to see your kids, and how did you deal with that?
And at first, I used to be like always like mad, going through stuff within myself, like. And then after a while, you kind of get used to it. Like, you gotta think, I'm used to not seeing my kid after a couple of months. Then I get him. Then I don't see him for a couple of months. Then I get him. It's kind of normal. So it's like, all right, I don't see him now. I bet I just gotta just suck it up. I'm a man. I gotta get up and do what I gotta do. You gotta get up and go to work. You gotta get up and make sure you can do what you gotta do. So
Mm-hmm.
after a while, it just become like normal. Once you go through a couple years on end, like boom, I ain't seen him for 3 months. I bet get him for see him for a little bit. Now you don't see him 5 6 months. Bam, 7 8 months. Time just going, and you get used to it.
Until you have another little baby and that baby looking at you and you looking at that baby and then you thinking about your other two babies.
No, I never stopped thinking about my kids.
No,
Period.
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that I know having this your baby girl really is resonating even more now, because I know it's a void there when you can't have your kids. Like
Yeah,
that's
like
the whole thing. It's about like you trying to feel. I hope I'm not speaking for you. Tell me that I'm saying something
nah, you
right.
right. Because you like think you want your kids to be together and know each other and like
Exactly.
be
Like
siblings.
you being a father to your child, and this is what we when we had to fight, because we go to the bat for y'all, and I'm not gonna lie, like I already know what people would think and say when they hearing the host, because they don't even understand a father that's going to court and fighting. They still blame him. A father that's fighting every day in court, paying child support, doing everything, ain't missed no gaps, and then trying to see his kid for their whole life, and they'll still down him, degrade him, belittle him, bash them, all that. So I know in your case, they're gonna just try to label you. But honestly, from hearing the story, we all can pass judgment. That's not what we really here for. We really trying to get down to the bottom of what's your plans, because we care about these kids and we care about their future. And so that's why I'm saying, and I don't want to speak for you, but I'm just saying this is what I think it is for you. That now that you have your baby, you've been a father for 7 months, no days off. That's a different it's giving you a different feeling for something that you never did before. You got gaps. They snatching your kids, playing with them, doing this, doing that. That's different for your case that you in now. And so
Yeah.
I know that it's making you want to get your kids. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, man.
Nah,
Yeah.
definitely. Like I ain't gonna talking to y'all. I'm definitely going like put in a little paperwork.
I'm gonna do something a little different tonight.
Sure.
So if your kids was watching right now, what would you say if you could talk to your kids right now? What would you say to them?
Starting with your 10-year-old.
I don't even know. I don't think words could like describe how I feel about it.
You gotta say something. If he's watching right now, he know you his daddy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't.
Is it
I
because
think
it's a disconnect?
nah, it ain't even that. I don't think it's a word strong enough to even come up with a situation on how I feel about it. Like
Nah. So how do you feel about him, dear? Let me ask you that. What would you tell him if you seen him right now today?
I don't know, man. That's like a loss for words, honestly. Like, cause like
Do you dread that day? Like, are you even ready? Because we talking about a 10-year-old, so he's very cautious.
nah, honestly, yeah, I would love
He
to
gonna
see that.
have some questions. He's definitely, and ain't no
Nah,
telling what he's been told.
Yeah.
It's no telling
Oh,
what he really
and I'm
thinks.
and I'm glad you just mentioned that because this
yeah,
this this is the scary part about all of this. Why we tell fathers to fight, because you only thinking about, okay, she's not letting me see my kid, but
yeah. You
every
when you think
every
when you think
every
about how
every
they
mother
feel,
every mother is not a good parent. So you don't know what's going on or what your kid is going through. Your kid could be getting abused. She could be telling him all bad things about you to make the kid hate you or dislike you. It's all type of stuff. It can go really deeper than what you think on the surface of just you not being able to see your kid. So this is why the importance of why we tell fathers to fight, because you don't know what's going on in that household. Like your
nah,
kid could be
for real.
getting abused. So this is why you gotta get on top of it.
We just
Yeah,
saying it's possible when you can't see. It's the unknown. That's the scariest shit in the world. And it's to somebody that you don't even know like that. You admitted that yourself. So you don't know no family history. You don't know anything about this
Exactly.
girl. You don't know what's going on, but that's still your flesh and blood. That's still your kid.
nah,
So
for real.
this is how we coming. Like you kind of a little different for us. We not used to a story like this, and that's why we pulling so hard, because we trying to get through to you to let you understand what we doing, what we about, and how we move in these instances. Because it's really about these kids.
Yeah.
We care about how you feel, but not
Nah, I ain't
really.
gonna lie.
Like
When it
we
comes to,
need
when it
we
comes to
need
that,
to know what you gonna do about it.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, you don't want to get that.
Cause we scared thinking about the fact that you ain't seen your kid in 9 years.
Man, you don't want to get to your
After
son.
what we've been through,
You don't. I'm telling you, the worst feeling. You think you feeling bad now. You don't want to get to your son and he tell you, "Oh, my mama been beating me since I was 4 years old."
or anything that's just the unthinkable that you don't even know what to do about or say about. Like you saying, you at a loss for words, not just because it's been so long, you just don't even know. Just probably, I know you feel like we putting you on the spot, but I'm not going to apologize to you for that because that's what this is about. We need that. You know what I'm saying? You need that. That's what this is about. And so it's really just to say, hey, this could happen. You don't know what this may bring. You don't know what can happen. So when you see this little boy and he looking at you and in your face, you better be ready. You might not be able to have the words right now, but after you get off this live, you better think about it. Because
Yeah.
you owe that to him. He did not ask to be here. He didn't
Yeah, it ain't
ask
his
for
fault.
y'all to be messed up and y'all can't get it, whatever. That's not on him. So he's going to need that reassurance to understand why he ain't seen his daddy in 9 years.
Yeah,
That's on you still. It's on
No,
her too.
that's right.
But
it's
it's
on.
you a son need their father.
Now,
A boy need their
Nah, I
if
think
you
so.
did everything you did, I'm not telling you to go broke or can't take care of the rest of your family
right,
behind this.
right.
But what I'm saying to you is you gotta fight to your best ability without destroying you and the rest of your family. If you
Mhm.
could do that, do that. And I appreciate you, man, for coming up here,
And thank
man.
you so much for your transparency.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
this ain't something you do, so we respect you just on that level that you even took the time out to share this with us because we know it's not easy. Just to even be accountable in moments that
yeah,
you never really gave accountability for. If you know that you could have did some things better, you know what it is. Go get your kids, man.
yeah.
Mhm.
I appreciate you, man, and salute to you. Like she said, man, you took accountable for everything that you did wrong in the situation. You grew up, you a man, and you
You
coming for
raising
what's
your baby
yours.
girl now, like
So
so.
I
Even if
respect that.
people, want to say that you a deadbeat, I don't know. You maybe halfway, maybe halfway, but we trying to get you to the other side, and
But
so it's all good.
and that's
That's
the
all
main thing.
respect.
That's the main thing we preach. If you're a father that's listening,
It's never too late.
yes, it's never
It's
too
never too
late.
late.
And he could be considered could be considered a deadbeat, or he could just be a man that don't have the knowledge, didn't have the knowledge at the time to know how to fight. And this is why it's very important.
It's critical, and this is you just proved the struggle. You part of it. You been in it. You know about it, and that's the whole thing. We men have to speak up so that other men can get it. It's somebody that's gonna
Nah,
see this like
I,
I'm
I
waiting
think
for
us
him
men, I think we talk amongst each other in the background.
and get nowhere. The blind leading the
Yeah,
blind, and
exactly.
that's all I'm gonna say about
Exactly.
that.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
man. Good night,
Good
man.
night. Thank you so
All
much,
right.
and keep us posted. We gonna be looking, checking up, and seeing what's going on.
All right.
All right.
All right. Good night.
Yeah, man. It's tough, man.
The thing is, like, and again, this is not no. This is a safe space. But hey, the truth hurt. It's ugly. And it's real, it's raw, and that's why we doing it. You're not gonna come up here and be able to tell us anything without us giving you back what we know how it should go and what we think about it. And so that's just where it is. It ain't about judgment. It's just about doing what's right for your kids.
Exactly. All right, we got another guest.
It's your boy. You was going crazy in them comments, so now come on, let's see what you got to say.
Hey, can you
What's up?
turn
How
towards
y'all
the
doing?
light? We can't see
Can
your
I
face.
talk
Can
to
you
us
turn?
right? Oh,
Yeah.
all right. Hold up 1 second. Let me move around and because I got to charge my phone. My phone was about to die.
Oh, okay.
All right. 1 second. Let me know if this a little better because I know if the light behind me that ain't going to be too
Yeah.
Right,
good.
it
Nah,
needs to
yeah,
be in your
your
face.
face. Yeah.
That's a little better.
Um,
A little bit. If you could just face the light, that'll be perfect.
Yeah, it's the way my setup is set up. It ain't really that.
Oh
that's
yeah,
better.
that's good
That's
That's
right
much
better.
there.
better.
Yeah.
All right, bet.
All right.
I
So
might have to sit on the floor for this one. It's all good.
Go
uh,
ahead, so you can get
Yeah,
centered in the camera, so we
I'm
can
about to.
see it.
Oh yeah, I'm about to get Indian style and everything, real comfortable.
okay. All right. Well, Can you just tell the people your name?
Yeah. They call me Issue. That's just a little name I got while I was outside, and it's stuck. You feel me?
Okay.
But still, like, bro, that was just on grown man.
Wait,
Got my stuff
wait, wait,
together.
wait, wait. Let us control it.
Oh, all right. Go
we
ahead.
go
Go
we
ahead.
gonna give you the flow, but before we get there, what city are you from?
I'm from Jersey too.
Okay.
Okay.
Harlem is actually one of my best friends. Like I told him before, I'm the one that gassed him up to actually talk to y'all.
Okay,
Oh,
cool,
okay.
cool.
Yeah.
So you have any kids?
Yes, I have. Whew, I got 4 kids.
Are you experiencing parental alienation or any baby mama drama?
Um, Baby mama drama. I've actually gotten to the point where, um, like I'll go to court. I'll fight for my kids, and I've known Harlem since we were kids. So I was giving him the game from when I was going through it. So with my
Can't hear you.
Your mic.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you back.
Yeah,
So you out of four.
somebody just
Oh,
called my
okay.
phone.
Somebody called your phone. Out of
Yeah.
4 kids, before we dig there, how old are they?
My oldest just turned 12. Um, I have an 8-year-old, a 7-year-old. My son will be 5 in
How many
November.
different women?
Two different women.
Okay, so two
Two
and
different
two
women.
or
No, it's my oldest
three
is
of them?
with one. My oldest is with one, and then I had 3 with my second baby mom.
Okay. So which baby mama was giving you the issues?
I had issues with both of them. Really,
Okay.
me and my first baby mom, we're in a much better space now. We're able to co-parent. We're able to co-parent amicably. I think that's the right word that I'm trying to use.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're able to co-parent amicably. We have a good relationship as friends right now. Um, with the second one, it's a
Hold on
little
real
touch
quick.
and go.
Before you go to the second one, how did y'all get to that point?
Time, really, time and moving on and living life individually. Because when I went through it with my first baby mom, it was like when it got crazy. Um, I actually took her to court for joint custody. Like as soon as
Okay.
I heard you're not going to be around your kid, it was, oh no, we going to court because although I don't want to deal with you, we had this baby and this baby has my last name. I'm on a birth certificate. This is my responsibility.
So
So
do you think establishing that court order is how you all were able to get to the place y'all at? Because
uh,
without it,
par-
who knows where you
partially,
would be?
partially, and I say partially because establishing that court order, I was able to keep a relationship with my child. Yeah, Delnita's the first one. So,
That's your baby
um,
mama.
yeah, that's
You
my baby mom.
she
We both is
don't
watching because,
be
like I
mad if
said,
we have to
that's my
have her
daughter.
come up after you and
No, she can
confirm
she can
some of
come
this
up.
stuff.
Yeah, why you better not
She
be
can
on
come
here
up. We
lying,
good.
man.
Nah.
No.
There's no lying, only honesty. I
No,
walk in my
okay.
truth. So, it was partially because with the first one, the court order kind of helped partially because I was able to build a relationship with my child, and then life be life. So I had my other 3 kids. She was in a relationship, got married, had another child, and all of that. And we were able to see that to each other, we wasn't that bad to each other. So when we came back around, because like I'm talking, we had restraining orders on each other. Like
Wow.
no talk, no communication for
No
10
contact.
years. Yeah, no
We
contact
know.
for over
That's
10
that's
years.
parallel parenting.
Exactly, parallel parenting. That's a perfect term. I love that. But it was parallel parenting for 10 years. I didn't know what was going on at her house. She didn't know what was going on at my house. But I knew Thursday to Sunday, I have my daughter. So from Thursday to Sunday, just like Harlem said, he was outside. He was a Rolling Stone. That's really like my brother. So we are one and the same. I was outside. I was a Rolling Stone. But from Thursday to
So
Sunday,
I'm
when I
assuming you was the reason why y'all wasn't together, right?
definitely, yeah,
Oh,
definitely,
okay.
Okay.
All right.
I was the
Okay.
reason why we
Because
wasn't
we
together.
probably gonna have they'll need to come up and just give we got to ask us some questions because not to cut you off,
Mhm.
but this is rare. Like y'all are rare for us because in this what we do and what we see and it's never really a happy ending.
Never,
It's never
never.
really getting to this point. So y'all got one in
Yeah,
the
y'all
books for
beat the
us with
odds
this.
with that.
For real.
Right,
Like we
and
gonna be
it took
mentioning y'all name to people because this is what how it should be. And I hate that y'all
exactly.
had to go through those growing pains, but at least y'all got them for y'all baby, and that's
I
all that
don't hate
matters.
that we had to go through the growing pains because it like that's a learning experience. It's no such thing as a loss. It's only a lesson. It's only a loss if you don't learn your lesson. So we had to go through that so that we could be able to grow and be able to get to the point that we are now.
Somebody calling you
Hey,
again.
you gonna have to put your phone
Is
on
you
do
still
not
a Rolling
disturb.
Stone? Cause you better park it if you want to finish this interview. They'll need you as soon as he finished. If you got time,
That was
click
her.
that link.
That was Harlem calling me. That was Harlem calling me.
Oh,
So
okay.
You gotta
right.
put your
Tell
phone on do not
Harlem to
disturb.
join the
That's what I'm
live
doing
so
right
he can
now.
come top in
Hold
the
up.
comments.
Wait 1 second. That's what I'm doing now. I'm putting my phone on D&D. All right. So where was I at? I apologize. Yeah, like my phone blowing
You
up.
was just saying. So what I meant by I hate y'all had to go through that. Not the basis of having growing
Okay.
pains. You're right. We
Okay.
all
Now
need them.
now
I'm
I
just
remember.
saying the
Now I
bad the
remember.
when it got real bad.
Right.
I
It
wouldn't want
got
that for
real.
nobody.
It got real bad when I was outside and I was being cruddy. Yeah, I was trying like bro was saying earlier. I was trying to be a player. And it took for me to grow and go through that situation to realize like yo that's making life that's making life harder for me right now
Mhm.
because at the end of the day men deal with logic and women deal with their feelings and emotions. When men feel some type of way, they just feel some type of way, but they still have to go through the motions of daily life. When women feel some type of way, it kind of shut down their emotions of daily life. And
Yeah.
we see that when it comes to co-parenting, because if you hurt a woman and you have a kid with that woman, but you want nothing to do with that woman, but you still want to be a parent, she's gonna make you jump through hoops to be a parent. Now it's our responsibility to jump through those hoops. What I was saying in the comments was, why do we have to jump through those hoops to be a parent? And that's where the system comes into play because the system is more geared towards the women.
It
So,
definitely is.
so to just give you an example, with my second baby mom, we were both living in New Jersey around COVID time. We broke up. Like I broke up with her, but I'm still a parent at the end of the day. Before we broke up, we were living together. Like we was living together 4 or 5 years. I'm with my kids day in, day out. Now we break up. I move back to my mom's house just to get out of that house, get back on my feet and everything like that. And tax time comes around. Since we were living together, my baby mom used to do my taxes, and we had a joint bank account. So
Mm.
when my taxes hit, right before my taxes hit, she asked me for like $200. And I'm like, yo, I don't got it right now, but I'm waiting on this money to hit my account. I'll hit you when this money hits my account.
Hmm.
Now, when the money hits my account, since we had a joint bank account, she stole like $2,500 from me and moved to North Carolina. You feel
Wow.
And
me?
took all
It,
three of the kids.
it took all three of the kids.
So
So
at
and
that
then
point, did you go to the courts and file?
not yet. Because before that, just like Arlen was talking about, when you have a record or you've been in court before, you kind of look down, like they kind of look down their nose at you. So at the time, now don't get me wrong, I'm not a woman beater. I don't put my hands on women. I don't I don't do that. I don't respect that. I don't respect men who do that. None of that. But at the time, I'm fighting two domestic violence cases with that baby mom, And mind you, I don't put my hands on women. It was
So
just
wait.
things get heated, the police get called, and
So
usually the men get
wait.
arrested.
Issue. Wait. She took the money, ran, fled the state, right?
Uh-huh.
Was
And I
the
didn't take her
domestic
to court.
violence was the issue because of the money issue? The domestic
No,
violence
it was
issue?
the nah. The domestic violence issue was before that. So when she took the money and fled the state, it was she was able to get help because of the domestic violence issue.
But how did she have that on you and y'all was it was an order of protection, or you just had something where she called the police before or something?
Nah, it was just something where she called the police, and when the
You
police got
followed
there,
her?
I didn't
You
follow her, nothing. All right, so the second time I got arrested for the first time I got arrested for domestic violence, we were staying at my mother's house. Nah, I didn't follow her down either. We wasn't talking at that time, so you don't know. So the first time I got arrested for
let
domestic
me take her
violence,
doing because I don't want to start no.
Yeah,
y'all
I
doing a
don't
good
know. Y'all
job.
good.
We ain't gonna argue or nothing. We
Oh,
communicate, and we talk.
I'm
Okay.
just
You
messing
feel
with
me? Like
y'all,
we
man.
listen to each other. So the first time I got arrested for domestic violence, me and my baby mom get into an argument around the corner from our mom's house. We were staying there temporarily while our apartment was being renovated. So we get into an argument. She goes to bite me, and when you hear it, sounds like something out of a movie. Like if it was in a movie, we would be laughing at this shit. But since it's real life, it's serious. So we're fighting over car keys, right? I'm walking to the store to get my kids chips. She happens to be pulling up to the house and sees me walking to the store to get the kids chips. Pulls over and asks. She asked me for something, but she's driving my car. So she's driving my car, but I have her car keys. So she asked me for her car keys. And when I give them to her and I'm asking for my car keys, she doesn't want to give them to me. So I go to snatch them. When I go to snatch them, she grabbed me by
She
my hair.
Mike Tyson you.
She grabbed me by my hair.
Man, that
No,
ain't fun.
Pete Gang, listen. She grabs me by my hair
We
and
don't
pulls me
condone
into the car.
domestic violence,
Right.
but
This is kind of a domestic violence situation, but more so is me defending myself in this situation. She pulls me in the car. When she pulled me in the car, we're fighting over the keys. Not fighting, hitting each other, but like we struggling over the keys. Like I'm pulling them, she pulling them. And she goes to bite me, and I go, "Hey, yo, you trying to bite me? You know how I feel to get bit?" And I bit her on her shoulder,
so
back here.
y'all just in the
Back
damn car biting each other.
Ah,
no, I bet her. I bet her. So I'm wrong in this situation. I bet her on her shoulder. Like, yo,
That
you trying to bite
that
me?
is still considered,
It's considered
please,
domestic
domestic
please
violence.
don't
violence.
tell me the
Look,
kids was around.
nah. It
Okay.
wasn't around. It was just me and her. I bet her
Okay.
on her shoulder back here.
Y'all
You
on
feel
some
me?
damn silence of the
So,
lambs type shit up in
right,
there.
nah, and I'm not that type of person. Like, I'm not a violent person. I'm not an angry person. I'm not like I can control
Okay,
my temper. I can talk.
let's get
All
past
right.
this point
So
because we don't
anyway,
want this to be the
right.
highlight
Anyway,
of.
exactly. So anyway, moving forward,
She
I end up
fled. She fled.
no,
She
yeah, she fled. She fled. She goes to North Carolina. Now, I went through the court procedure already with my first baby mom, so I don't want to do this again. So
Yeah,
it's
I can
like,
imagine.
and
yo, you know
and
what? So I
wait,
say
was
to
she
her,
there for over 6 months? Did you have to do it in North Carolina? Did she stay there, or was that just a
no. This was out of the blue. So it's like when she goes to North Carolina, I tell her like, yo, I really don't agree with you going. But at the same time, if you feel like this is the best thing that you need to do for you to be the best mother that you can be, go ahead. Like you got my blessing. At first, I'm like, but we have a son, and that's a house full of women. So just give me my son, and you feel me? I don't want my daughters to be down there too, but like, give me my son. I'll raise my son. Like that's taking some of the load off of
yeah,
the mom. You feel
yeah.
me? And still respecting her decision to leave.
So she
She
has
wasn't.
family there? Because I'm trying to think, was this
Yeah,
planned for a while or
her mother and her brother was down there. To me, it
okay,
wasn't planned for a while. Like while we were together, we were talking about moving to Arizona. So her moving to North Carolina was
out
out
the
the
blue?
blue.
Okay.
That shit was out the blue.
So y'all were trying to work out how y'all gonna get the split the kids up so that it's work
No,
out, and she did
at this time, she not even trying to work out how to split the kids up. This is me saying how to split the
just give me
kids
my
up.
son, right?
Right. Like you can't raise a man as a woman. You feel me? Like you don't know when he wake up and excuse my language, but when he wake up and his little penis hard, you don't know what to tell him.
True.
You feel me?
So did she start alienating them?
Um, no, I always had contact with my children, but the fact that the fact that I was living in New
But you know,
Jersey,
parental alienation
It's
is
not
it's
just them
not
keeping it
just
away,
them keeping it away, keeping the
kids
kids
away.
away. It's also them psychologically damaging them to make them not like you.
now, um, I feel like if she had the power to do that, she would. But the fact that I was in my children's lives make that a little
It
harder
just didn't
to
work.
do. Right? Yeah, it just didn't work.
But do you
But
know of any instances like that she badmouthed you to them? Because it's
what
still
I
parental
what I
alienation,
know
whether
of,
it took or
what I
not.
know
She
of,
still,
what I know of is that my kids are aware that certain things trigger mommy. So,
mm,
all right, so my kids have a relationship with my first baby mom because that's their sister's mom. So it's not no bonus mommy, it's not step mommy, it's not nothing like that. Like, no, this is Leah's mom. And Leah's mom is around because that's Leah's mom. So she gonna look out for y'all like she look out for Leah because y'all are
exactly.
her siblings. So um the fact that that happened, it's like she don't like that.
She didn't like that.
Yeah, she don't like that because what I will say is when it comes down to quote unquote I'm doing air quotes, I don't know if y'all can see me. When it comes down to quote unquote step mommy, step daddy type of thing, it's usually women that push that narrative. You feel me? With
Which
men,
narrative?
the step parent narrative, like to rebuild and recreate a new family because you're not with the
Oh,
father.
you're saying
Whether
like so in so many words, you're saying that the bitter baby mamas love them stepdaddies and they'll force that situation, but they
right,
don't
but
like it when the father
when
of their
it's another
children move
woman,
on with another
when it's
woman.
another, not even
And
move
that's a
on with another,
stepmom.
not even move on with another woman. When it's another woman
Woman fit
that
right.
cares
It's
for their children,
kids,
that their
exactly.
children that their
That could
children
possibly
show a
show their
liking
kids
to.
something better.
Right, that their children show a liking to. Not even that the kid that they can show the kids better that they just maybe the kids just like being around this woman.
Exactly.
You know what I
No,
mean?
you're absolutely right. We
And
totally
I'm
agree with you that the women push that. That's yeah, we agree.
right, and they'll push it for a new man situation. But if it's a new woman, oh no, I don't want that bitch around my kids. Excuse my language,
Facts.
but no, I don't want that bitch around my kids. But if you get a new boyfriend, you expect
It's
this new
okay.
boyfriend to be stepdaddy. Right. And with me, like I'm really an open person. I'm really a like a real open spirit. I want everybody to be happy. Like I don't like negativity at all. So I push my second baby mom to move on. I push my first baby mom to move on. Like and find somebody who actually cares for you, love you, and things like that. Hopefully y'all can build a future. And as long as they respect my children, I'm cool with it. But if my children are in danger or they don't respect my kid or they give off a vibe like, oh, that ain't my kid, I ain't doing nothing for them, then nah, I don't even want y'all around my
Okay,
kid.
so
You can do what you do.
let's get back on the court thing. So
Okay.
she leave, she you gotta take her to court.
All
Why?
right, now fast forward because this is years after she leaves. So first she leaves and then really just me be trying to be a good dad and the fact that I've been around my kids since they were born, number one. And number two, I was going through this during COVID. So like the world is shut down. We don't know what's going on. You need masks and gloves and stuff to go to the corner store. You feel me? So since we don't know what's going on, I went down to visit a couple times, and then when they shut the world down again after my second visit, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna just stay because these are my younger children. At the time, my oldest child was a little older, and I felt like, and truthfully, I was probably wrong at the time because my daughter was probably 7 or 8
The
when
oldest?
yeah, my oldest was
So
probably
you said
7.
you stayed down there in North Carolina through
Yeah,
COVID.
yeah. I stayed down there in North Carolina through COVID. I actually moved to North Carolina for 3 years to be around my kids. Um, with the start of it being at COVID, with us not knowing what's going on, I feel like, yo, let me be around my babies. And that kind of neglected my older daughter.
I
But
was
at
just
the
about to
same,
ask, how was
but,
that
but
for
at,
her?
right, like, so she went through it because dad's no longer there. But like
Yeah,
to my blessing, while I was in North Carolina, my mom would still get my daughter on the days that I was supposed to have my daughter in New Jersey. So she still had both sides of the spectrum. It
yeah,
was just that dad wasn't physically there, but I would still FaceTime my daughter all the time. I still had a relationship with my daughter. It was
right.
just that I wasn't there physically. And that was kind of to my detriment at the time, because like, she's a kid. She's going to go through this, and like, she's used to dad being there, and now dad lives in North Carolina. He don't live in New Jersey no more. You feel me? You see, she just said and left the oldest. So that's what that
We
was.
know that that probably was a rough patch for y'all. Her too,
It,
you know.
right. But at the time, me and Delnita aren't talking. Like, me and I wasn't supposed to say her name, but I said her name because she in the comments and then say her name. So at the time, me and her weren't talking. So I don't know how she feel about that situation. Know what I
Have
mean?
y'all
Like,
ever talked about it?
yeah, we've talked about it since
Okay.
then. Like, since I've
Okay.
come back and things like that, we've talked about it since then. But at the time, we're not having any communication. But I know that my mom get my daughter Thursday to Sunday. I'm down there with my younger kids and things like that. So one thing leads to another, and while I'm down there, things go bad again. And since I've gone through that situation already with that baby mom, I left. Like,
Okay.
I left. I didn't want to leave my kids, but I feel like me leaving was for the betterment of my kids. So when I left with nothing. Like, I left with 4 pairs of socks, 4 pairs of boxers, and the clothes on my back. That's it. And when I came up here, like, Delnita was helping me. I didn't tell her my situation, but she could sense something was off. Yo, this not the same dude I had a baby with. Like, something wrong. So
Yeah.
then when she said that, this is really the first conversation that we're having in 10 years. And I
Mm.
told her what was going on with me and what was really happening. And she helped me from there. Like, she helped me get back on my feet. So,
Now,
like,
was she married yet?
no, she was married, and then like, her situation is her situation. I really don't want to speak on her
No,
situation.
I'm
She was
saying like, so how
she
did
wasn't
that?
married at
That
the
didn't
time. So
cause riffraff in her personal life trying to
no,
be there for you,
no,
right?
no.
Okay.
Yeah, like, that situation
I
is
mean,
over.
they'll need to sound like good people to us, other than the
Yeah,
fact that in
she
the
real
beginning
good
she
people.
tried to alienate your baby, but it
Right.
she
She
But she
did
grew
had to
up.
right,
grow
right.
up.
She grew
We
up.
had to go through that so that she could, so
Right.
that
That's why I
not
said
only
now
not
she
only she could grow up, but I can grow up as well. Like, we both
Hmm.
had to grow up. Like, if we both didn't grow up and go through what we went through apart, we probably wouldn't be as cool as we are now.
yeah.
Hmm.
You feel me?
That's yeah, she good. She good with
So
us.
you
So
so
what?
you go down there, you going through it. She help you get to court.
No. Wait, we didn't even get to court yet. So
Mm.
when I come back to Jersey, now I'm fighting to try to see my kids. So now I finally get her to agree to send my kids up to me for spring break, right? So I got my kids for spring break, and I'm trying to reach out to figure out, like, yo, when are you coming to pick them up? Because spring break is only a week. Like, they got to go back to school. You feel me? I ended up having my kids for a month, and when I'm calling trying to see, like, hey, yo, when are you coming to pick them up? On the phone, she's like, I'm not coming to get them, keep them. So when she said that, I'm like, all right, bet. So I go to family court to do what I got to do to take the proper steps to get custody of my children. But family court is giving me the runaround. You feel me? And then when it comes down to it, um, and I had a black judge too. when I went to family court after I filed all the paperwork and all of that. I had a black judge, and I could see the pain in this judge's eyes because I know that he's looking at the situation like off of face value. So he see that I'm in there, and as you can see, like I got tattoos on my face and all types of stuff. So I don't want to be in court. You feel me? So it's like the judge is looking at me like, yo, you really don't want to be here, but you really took these steps. So what you're saying is 9 times out of 10 true.
Mm.
So when he asked my baby mom, he asked her, did you tell him to keep the kids? And she said no. And then he seen my reaction because I didn't say anything. But your face talk even when your mouth don't say anything. So when he
Right.
seen my reaction, I could see the pain in his eyes, and he says to me, I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, the kids live in North Carolina. So you would have to go to North Carolina to fight this case. Like
Mm.
You
this
would.
is not in my this is not in my jurisdiction.
Yeah,
You
because
have to go to
they
North
been there
Carolina.
They've
too
been there
long.
too long, yeah.
Right, but they were with me for. I was only supposed to have me for a week, so that happened.
But you know, it's that
Yeah,
6 month time thing that determines
yeah,
residency. So
right. I know, and I know that. But at the same time, it's like just like Harlem. She seen me go through it when I was going through it with my first baby mom. Like I'm crying in her bed because my first baby mom won't let me see my daughter. And now to turn around 10 years later and you doing the same thing, it's like when men don't want to be with the woman but still want to be a father. And like Harlem said, you got to jump through hoops of fire to do it. And it's like,
only
yo, why do we
only
have to
if
fight?
only if that woman doesn't want that man will she not give him a hard time. Because it go
Yeah,
both ways, you know. So
it go both ways. But
yeah.
then at the same time, you also have people who didn't grow up in, like, I come from a two-parent household. You feel me? Like I know about family structure. I know about love. I seen my father love on my mother, and I've never seen them fight before. Like, of course, you see arguments and stuff like that, but I've never seen my father put hands on my mother. Like none of that. So with me, from my perspective, living in a toxic situation with a woman when there's kids involved, I don't want my kids to see this shit. So rather than my kids have
Especially
to go
not that
through it,
bite.
exactly, right,
Right.
right. So,
WWE and each other. What the hell?
right, cause Stone Cold said so.
Man.
Okay.
You feel me?
What the
So
rock is cooking? A damn
right.
bite.
Man.
So I don't want my kids to grow up in that type of environment and feel like that is okay and that's how things are supposed to go. So I'll remove myself from the situation. But I'm expecting, hey yo, just be an adult. I don't want to deal with you, but you know for a fact that I'm going to fight for my kids and I want to be there for my kids.
So what
Why do you
happened
have to make it harder?
besides, the obstacles with the court? What happened? Did you ultimately get a court order to lead to where you are
Um,
today, or
all right, so what happened? Like I'm gonna just wrap it up and I'm gonna get to the end. So what happened was, I don't know, for some reason she felt like I was trying to sabotage the relationship that she was trying to build with her next person, and I really wasn't. Like
what that
I
have to do
really
with the
ain't.
kids?
Look, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So
Man.
I really ain't care. I want to be a parent. I don't care what you got going on. So what it came down to was um, she ended up making a parenting agreement. You feel me? For the both of us. She wrote it up and I read it. I let my mother read it. I sent it to Delnita. I let her read it. Like just so I can get more than one aspect of it to just to make sure like hey yo she not trying to get over on me. So after I read it I felt comfortable with it and I'm like all right I'll sign this. So the parenting agreement I get my kids for the summer. I get my kids for Thanksgiving break. She get them for Christmas. I
So
get
it's
them
not really
for
like a court order. It
no.
is it
It
is it
had to.
legal?
Yeah, it's legal. It's legal
Okay.
because she wrote up the parenting agreement. She took it
And
to
because it was to her terms and it worked out for you, you agreed. It hasn't been
right.
any problems since you guys started.
Uh, um, there's been
Um,
conflict. There's been conflict of interest, But as
Okay.
far as me getting my kid when getting my kids when I'm supposed to get my kids, I get my kids when I'm supposed to get my kids. Do I feel like she's really holding up and believes in this agreement? No. But at the
Okay.
same token, the fact that you wrote this agreement up and you took it to the courts, and now I had to agree to it and get it notarized and send it back and things like that, and I feel like, okay, this is fair. It's like, all right, it's been cool. You feel me? But at the same token, it's like it's still little games that be played where you can see that um you kind of using these kids as a pawn
Right.
to
Yeah.
play, and I don't understand that aspect of the game. Like at the end of the day, I feel like, and these are my personal feelings. Like I'm not saying that this is how every woman feels. This is my personal feelings. I feel like a lot of women use kids when they feel like they can't get through to a man. If you can't get through to me and you thing that can hurt my feelings is my children, that's what you're going to use. So you're going to play little games so that um, I can't see my kids when I want to see my kids, or I can't talk to my kids when I want to talk to my kids. You know that that's what's going to get to me. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to make me jump through the hoops to see my kids because you know that that's going to hurt my feelings because nothing you say is going to work.
It's
Nothing
working,
you do
right?
is going to work. And I feel like that's the unfair part. Like I feel like that's one of the unfair parts of the shit,
Okay.
as well as the system, because the system, off the rip, the system is not designed for people. But when it comes down to a family structure and children, the system is definitely not designed for black men. They are going to go on the side of the
Well,
women.
from what we hear, men, period,
Yeah,
not just
man.
black men.
Period. Yeah.
Like we, of course, we
I
know
actually seen
we
that on
are a
y'all page.
minority.
I actually seen that on y'all page. I've seen a lot of white and
Yeah,
Spanish
yeah.
men on
It's
y'all
men,
page
period.
telling their
The system
stories.
is
Yeah.
set up to
And
protect women.
and all around the world, man.
When it comes to family law, now I can't talk about other areas because women, are victimized in other ways in the legal system, but we won't talk about that because that's irrelevant.
Right.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you was in the comments pretty strong, so we had to have you come up. Now I just only got one more question before we let you go, because you are like a great example on both ends, right? You've experienced fighting, going to
Hmm.
court, getting the documents. You've experienced not getting it working out in your favor. You a good dad, an
And
active
working out in my
dad.
favor. Both like I've gone through the ringer, and like honestly, like with this situation, I'm kind of down on myself because I feel like I could have fought harder with this situation, but it was like
So
you really don't want to.
what would you say to that? Because kind of in the comments, you sounded a little bit like the devil's advocate a little bit. Like, but I know you probably was just giving your take on how the system is towards men and how, but it kind of sounded kind of like you was making excuses for Harlem at first to me until I started seeing more of your comments. So for
Mhm.
men that are watching that maybe experience what you've already been through, what would you say to them?
Um, that is hard, and you don't want to, but bro, go to court. Go to court, because at the end of the day, you when you go to court, it shows that you want to be there. And as long as you're on that birth certificate, you have rights. You feel me? And then at the
That's
end of the
it.
day, if you and the parent can't come to an agreement, the court's going to come to an agreement for y'all. But the fact that you showing that you want to be there in that child's life, they'll make sure that you in that child's life. And I've been a parent for 12 years. I've never been on child support.
Harlem said he going, so we appreciate y'all. It's just a great feeling to know that we do have men that are
Hmm.
willing to do exactly what we spoke on. Before we let you go, I
Hold on,
just
wait,
want
wait,
to
wait.
know.
Wait. Before you say that, let me just say this because you kept saying this while Harlan was on camera. Bro is not a deadbeat. Like he's definitely not a
Oh,
deadbeat.
I
He can't.
listen.
And
Yeah.
I'm just saying
I
what
know
I
that
know.
you weren't saying
Society.
that
Look, I'm the woman on this platform, right?
right.
So I'm coming with the real.
what it's gonna
angle of
look
how
like,
women
what
gonna
it look
come. So
like.
I wanted to
Right,
give him that, to get his
but
response and
but not
his
right,
reaction.
right.
but
Yeah,
not
no,
even
I
women,
Cause
know
I
that.
know
I know that.
society.
I just wanna speak on his
you
behalf
want
because I
to.
know him
Yeah,
personally. He's not a deadbeat. He be
fair
around his
enough.
kids. When he said that he his second child, when he was like yeah, I used to have people go pick him up. He was talking about me. So I went and picked up his son for him, and his son was at my house, and he came and got his son for me. So he not a
Well,
deadbeat.
that's
He
good.
really be
Y'all
trying to
really
be
was
there,
the
and we
dynamic duo, because we don't
right.
hear
We
cases
hold each
like
other
this never
accountable.
ever at all.
We hold each other accountable as men. We're real big on integrity, loyalty, character, morality. Like we big on that. We hold ourselves to that standard. And oh, did my phone die? Oh, I thought my phone died. My
So
bad.
I just wanted to know before we let you go,
Yeah.
you
Now we
Danita
hold we
had
hold ourselves to that standard. So like we hold ourselves accountable. If he was on some
look,
deadbeat,
Danita had got divorced and you had broke up with your second baby mom. So why y'all didn't get back together?
what you mean? We around each other all the time. I was just with Downita earlier. Yeah, it's real. Like she got my daughter right now. She doing her hair.
Okay.
Yeah, we are in a very good
I don't know,
space.
y'all cool, but y'all kind of look
Now
a
we
little
cool. We
too
cool.
cool.
We cooler than cool. We just not putting no. I feel like titles. I feel like titles mess things up. So I'm more so on the. I'm more so on the stance of um. Hey, yo, trust my word, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep it honest, whether you like it
Hmm.
or not. So, and that's where we at. That's where we at. Like at the end of the
Yeah,
day, I'ma
that's
always
cool.
make sure
That's
that she.
cool. We
At the
It
end of
ain't
the
nothing
day,
but respect and love from this platform, and that's we.
right. At the end of the day, I'ma always make sure that she good. Just like she made sure
That
that I was
that's
good when I was in a bad
that's fair
position.
enough. That's
Yeah,
fair enough.
that's it. That's all.
All right,
Yeah.
But
appreciate you.
thank you so much for
We got our we
sharing
got
your
our we got
story.
our issue.
We got
Right.
it. Thank you so much. But
And I
we
love
got to
and I
talk to
love what y'all
Delnita.
doing. I love what y'all doing. I'm actually the person that shared y'all page to her.
Oh,
So the
okay.
reason why he
Okay.
know about y'all is because of me.
Well, thank you.
Appreciate that.
Thank you. You a good best friend. You a good
Right,
godfather,
as I
all that
should
good
be.
stuff.
I'm
Cause
a I'm a I'm a
you
stand
better
up
make
guy.
sure he go to court and get his rights and get his son like you did.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
All right.
One woman for one man. That's another story. Come on down, Nita. We finna come on up. Click that link. Cause we gonna talk about this. See you later. Issue.
Yeah, come on up.
Y'all on it tonight, boy.
Click that link, man. Y'all
Y'all on it
crazy.
tonight, but it is a beautiful thing to see any couple come from a hard struggle of fighting and battling and then become good for their kid. Like that's it's a good thing. And so we don't have nothing bad to say about that. It's rare. It's
It's very
rare. It's
rare.
rare.
Very rare. But
It's,
you
and
gotta respect it.
and that's another thing that we push. We It's not like it's all negative. I mean, yes, parental alienation is a very ugly thing. But yes, some cases it can be a light at the end of the tunnel. Some
But you see
cases
how long he said it took?
the
10
time got
years.
it like, yeah, they'll need you up. You ready? Let's go.
You gotta cut your
Turn your camera
camera
on.
on. She don't want to cut her camera on for us.
She gonna turn it on.
And make sure you have some
Yo,
good
Mike,
light.
yo, I can't. Can you hear us?
She gotta cut her camera on.
It look like she having some technical difficulties. Go
All
ahead
right.
and get it together.
Yeah.
Cause
But yeah,
we ain't gonna hold you long. We just got a few questions.
yeah.
And I know you gonna keep it real. So that's what it's really about. Um just from the parental alienated part about things. y'all both were very transparent. So we just trying to get your side of it from the woman's side of it, because a lot of times we don't understand what y'all be thinking when y'all
But the
say a man can't see his kid.
but the key to this tonight is you have one father that didn't fight as hard
Mm-hmm.
as you would say. Maybe he didn't understand or knew how, whatever the reason was. But you have one father that did fight. That's it's key, man. You got to go out there. You got to fight for your kids, man. If you want to exercise your rights, that's the main thing right there.
Yep.
You got to fight because you can't reason with crazy. All
Okay,
right,
y'all need you up.
Anita, you up? We finna
I
bring
hear
you to
me
the stage.
We hear you.
now. Go
Are you
ahead.
gonna be you gonna be
Ask your
able
introductions,
to
huh?
you gonna be able to get like situated?
Yeah, I'm going in the house now.
Okay. We gonna give you that time so you can it won't be
So
moving while you move.
I'm going in the house now. I'm still keeping my bonnet on because that's just me. I'm going in the house
Oh,
now.
that ain't look, this ain't that. This is
Nah,
safe
I'm
space
good.
for it all. If you wanna wear a bonnet, then yeah, you're right, that's true. It's you know what it is.
I'm
I be wanting to wear
always
my
good.
damn bonnet too. Can I wear my bonnet on the next line?
So
I know that's right.
where you from?
From Jersey.
You from Jersey too?
I'm from Jersey.
Oh, okay.
And you have just the one kid with issue, or you have
I
more
have
children?
4.
Okay.
I
How many
have one
men?
with issue, and then I have 3 other.
Are the three other by your ex-husband?
No, one is
How how many kids' fathers?
4.
Okay.
All right.
So, of course, the $1 million question is: so we know your kid's father is she your oldest, Leah?
No, she's my third oldest.
Okay, so you know when he said that said he couldn't see his baby, that we like, okay, what,
Mhm.
huh?
That was a red flag for us.
So
It was.
just tell us what why.
I felt as though if you're damaging me while I'm carrying her, and this is your first, and you're allowing other people that you're having relations with to damage me as well, and you're not protecting me, how do I know you're going to protect her when she get here? Well, you're not
Okay,
being supportive through the months that I need you to be supportive.
your
So that's
pregnancy.
where, yes. So that's where that came into play when Lelia was born. It was still a lot of negativity from the individuals that he was associating with, that you're still not protecting me as her mother or someone that you may be dealing with. If I feel as though that you couldn't hold me down when I was carrying her, I don't think that you're going to do what you're supposed to do when she gets here. And then you're showing little by little that you're not doing what you're supposed to do when she gets here. In my eyes, because of what I was personally feeling. He
Okay,
does things, he did things. Then sometimes it's just like it wasn't enough for me to say, okay, he's stepping up and doing what he has to do, because I still wasn't taken care of as her mother.
so we all know women are emotional. I'm a woman. That's
Very.
no, that is no, secret.
Mm-hmm.
But now moving to where you are now and how you
Mm-hmm.
guys have worked through all of that. When you look back on it, do you think you was a bitter baby mama?
I was.
Okay.
I
So
definitely
what?
was.
Okay. So you know what that looked like because you know
Yeah.
that you've done it. So
Yeah.
is this? Have you ever alienated any of your other kids from their father?
No.
It was never no other situation quite like this one
No.
where you said that, like, well, you won't get to see her. You don't. Do you
No.
know what parental alienation is?
It's to the point where, and I feel as though I know what it is because I've done it. You're not seeing your child because of so and so. I'm taking your child because of so and so. Or you're not this child's father because you're not acting like a father. Like, that's different ways of alienation in regards to this parent and that parent.
What about bad mouthing? Did you ever bash him? Like speak on
Not
how you
no,
felt in front of the kid?
no.
Okay. What about
to
your other
this to
kids?
this day, she don't know the full caliber of what me and her father went through, and my other kids don't know that as well. My oldest is 18, and she still
Okay.
doesn't know the full caliber of what I went through with her father, because that's not my job. That's something that my mother taught me. You
So let
don't
me
need
ask.
to say anything. It's the character that's going to show them either you're bad mouthing yourself by your character. I don't have to say anything.
So so what was the turning point for you?
The turning point for me was completely when he left and went to North Carolina. Cause at that point, I don't care about you. I don't want you any type of way. I've still felt some type of way because he took me to court, and when he took me to court, I was in the court based off my feelings, not what was right in regards to our daughter.
Mm,
But the turning point for me to where I said, like, yo, I'm really not to beat anymore was when he went to North Carolina. Because then at that point, I felt as though that you left her once before. And that's just in my eyes that you left her because you left me. So now you're leaving her again.
mm.
So that's how I felt in regards to that. So I had to pick myself up mentally because I was already dealing with things mentally. I had to pick myself up mentally because of everything that she was dealing with to pick up the slack of what she could have possibly been missing from her father.
Okay, so all right, that's that part. So
Hmm.
basically, what you just told us is you did stuff for you to get over the hump. All right, so
Hmm.
now what did you do as far as like restoring y'all relationship? Because he said y'all wasn't talking
Um,
for
yeah, we
10
didn't talk at
years.
all. It was actually a point he texted me and he said that he was back in Jersey and we talked like every day, this chill talking. And then once I saw like his image, I'm like, for one, that's not who I had a baby with. So I don't know who this person is that I'm looking at. You don't look real right. So what's the problem? And then when he started breaking everything down, I said to him, at the end of the day, you have kids that gotta look at you. Those are her siblings. I gotta pick you up so they don't see you looking type of way 'cause it's gonna hit her. She gotta see you visually. She's seeing you in the physical. They may just see you through FaceTime. Cause I know this is the individual that I had a child with. So you're out here slipping and we gotta get it together.
Mm.
I'm telling you, y'all rare.
Yeah,
I'm
cause
just gonna
yeah, cause
keep it 100. Like, I'm keep it a buck.
It
Um,
took a lot to get
so
to this
what
point.
like what made you do that? Like, did you still have
You
feelings for him?
because no, it flat out wasn't. I did that because the years that he wasn't here, I had to deal with certain things that our daughter was going through as far as being bullied, certain things that she may have been feeling in regards to missing her father. So now that you're up here and you're telling me what you're dealing with, that's not regular for you to be dealing with it because the way you handle my situation is completely different than how you handle this situation. And it's like you're off your game. You're off your game. So you need to get back on your game. Because when it came down to our situation, I want to say within, I ended up, I spit on him. It was a cop at my house later on that night. Next thing I know, I got papers going to court. Like when I say
So
he moved quick, he moved quick. So when it comes down
so
to, I see how you look now. Like this isn't you.
so with this one, so with this the other baby mother or the other lady he had kids with,
Hmm.
was it any beef between y'all there?
I never liked her, but
So did
I
he
didn't
cheat
like
on
her.
her? Did he cheat on you with her?
No, not that I know of.
Oh, okay.
Not that I know of. It was, I didn't like her because once again, my personal feelings,
Hey,
because
that boy must have been a
that's,
dog. You gonna say not that
it
I
is.
know of? That's
Like,
crazy.
no, I didn't like her because at that point, it's like I can't put my hands on him the way I want to. So I got to come at you directly with everything. Like, soon as I see him smiling, you're the reason of him smiling. He took my smile. So I don't like you. I didn't like her
so
because
you saying that was part of your bitterness at the
that was
time.
part of my bitterness because of everything that you did to me, you took and you gave to someone else. So that was my bitterness. So that's why I didn't like her. Then she's building a relationship with my daughter. Did I like it? No, but I had to respect it because at the end of the day, she has a relationship with her other daughter. So that's something that I had to respect. But as far as right now, no, I still don't like you because you're the type of like these. It's certain women that will tell men like, "Oh, she's doing this to do that," or I can't believe
Right.
she
But
acting
it
this
should
way, and then they turn around and do it.
he said that he told that she didn't like you because you facilitating a healthy relationship between the
Hmm.
kids, and you
Oh
a
yeah,
good
she don't.
you a good presence in these kids' lives just for them to be siblings. And like, why wouldn't you want that? Cause of how she probably
Because
thinking about how you acted back in the day,
but the
probably.
thing about it was I didn't act any type of way. I didn't have to hit her up directly. I went to him with all my war. I didn't have to go to her.
And
I
that's
went
how it
to him
should
with
be,
everything.
honestly. Like,
That I went to
I'm
him with
thinking
everything.
because
I couldn't get to her the way I wanted to.
I I don't know, like I don't. This is crazy because I never really thought about it this way. Like, as a mom, we don't want our kids around somebody that don't like us.
Hmm. Yeah.
Automatically, look, bitch, if you don't like me, you don't like my kids.
But she
So
said to me
now,
when she found out I was helping with the kids, she said to me like, "Oh, we don't like each other, and I never expected you to do that because it takes time to grow." So by her saying that, it still showed me you're in the same mind state from
yeah,
years ago. Cause
yeah.
I don't know your kids like that.
Yeah.
That was my
I'm
first time
glad you
really
made
being
that
around
point
them.
because
That was my
it's
first time. You're still in that same mind state. I can't sit
yeah,
down and have a conversation with you about as far as your kids is my child's sibling. I can't have that conversation with you. You're still in that same mind state from
right,
11 years ago. I'm not going to
right.
waste my time with it.
That's crazy.
And that's so true that everybody don't grow up. And so while you pass whatever and you on your grown woman thing and you doing what's best for your kid and you knowing that you made a mistake and you want to grow past this, you
Mhm.
got somebody else that's stuck. I
Mhm.
agree. I totally agree. But I'm just trying to give her grace too to try to figure out how it is coming from every angle. But I feel you.
But
Well,
it's not even the grace. I can't give the grace. And the only reason I can't give the
No, you
grace,
know her personally. That's why you can't give
I
grace.
don't even know her personally. I just know that he got a child, he got kids with her. That's not even
But
me
that's
knowing you
your
personally.
baby's
But the
brothers
thing
and
is,
sisters' mama.
I can't
So
give nobody grace
so
that shows that they're the Joker when I'm out here being Batman. I can't give you that grace.
I agree.
so
I agree.
we not gonna hold you all night, but I do want to ask you,
Hmm.
if you can say anything to the bitter baby mamas out there, if you can give any advice to try to help their situation or give them anything, what would that be?
To let go. To let go. Because the thing about it is, it don't really start with the men all the time. You got to look in the mirror. That image, the thing about it is, the images that you see, some people see images of what they want things to be, the delusion. You got to actually look, like, clean that mirror to get some clarity. It starts with you. Like, somehow, some way, it's a problem. You're part of that problem. You got to let go. You got to let go, and you got to take accountability. Because if I didn't let go, my daughter wouldn't even, this is the first time in her life that she's been able to see me and her father have a stable conversation, us being in the same car. That's stuff that she missed out on because I felt some type of way and he felt some type of way. You have to let go because it's not going to change anything. You're just going to get more bitter. Every
Yeah,
little thing that happens, you're going to be bitter. This man could be married in a mansion doing what he want to do, and you're still bitter because of what he did to you 20 years ago. You have to let go for the best of your child.
Or for the sake of what you think he did to you in your mind,
For
because
your
he
own
really do
sanity.
nothing.
For
Yeah,
your
it's
own
not.
sanity.
It's an illusion, and I agree. Like, it's just not worth it. Like,
Mm-mm.
I feel like women lose on so much and so much time worrying about something that is nothing that they could do nothing about. So that is clearly like insanity. It's it's
It
it's
is.
mental. It's
It
mental. I'm
is.
sorry. Like,
It
I think
is.
that a bit of baby mom, I think that's like a mental illness. For some it's temporary, for others it's permanent. Like, I think that it
Mm-hmm.
really takes over to the point that they need to diagnose that with along with narcissism and everything else that they have out there. I think it's a
They do because
disorder.
I diagnosed myself with it. I diagnosed myself with it clearly. I was, if they had to put a poster child for bitter baby mothers when it came down to me an issue, I was definitely the poster child.
That is so strong that you can even admit it, that you could
I
be
have to.
accountable. Like,
so what was the worst thing you
I have to.
did? Oh, said.
The worst thing I did, oh, the worst thing I did was because the way he was treating me, I felt as though, like, since you acting like a female, now I'm gonna help you find somebody of your caliber of a man to take care of that. So he had a picture. I took the picture and put it on Craigslist with his phone number. And I said, I'm just like a man out here looking for a real whatever. And
What?
he was getting phone calls.
From
He was
what?
getting phone
The
calls. He was getting
rainbow
texts. He had to change
community?
his number. Yes, I did. I put him on Craigslist because if you're acting like a female, we gonna find a man to help you take care of that. Cause I can't take care of that for you.
Oh
Oh
man.
my God, that one going down in the books. I ain't never heard that one
And
before.
they still talk about that to this day. I put him on Craigslist.
Man.
When he took me to court,
Classic. Okay.
I think what put the nail in the coffin when he took me to court was when his mother got on the stand. Cause soon as the judge said something, I said I ain't do it. Soon as he said, "Oh, she put me on Craigslist," I didn't do that. His mother got on the stand and said that grown men were calling him and said they wanted his yum yums. I'm like, damn, they caught me. There's nothing more I can do. Like, that's the worst. When soon
Listen,
he came there with a folder of all my craziness. When he said to that judge that I put him on Craigslist, no, I didn't. I didn't put him on Craigslist. If it wasn't for his mother, I would have took that lie to the grave. I didn't put him on Craigslist. I would have took that lie to the grave with the judge. Everybody else knew I put him on Craigslist because his friends is retweeting it, people resharing it. And I just felt as though if you're acting this way, we're gonna find somebody to take care of that. That's the worst thing I ever did to him.
girl, that one. That's yeah. That
That's
one.
good
That one
though.
unheard of. That's
Matter
a
of
good
fact,
one.
all the bidders might take that now
Okay,
and run
They
with it.
they
we
can't
got
top that though.
they can't. And I look. At the end of the day, it's surreal even sitting here talking with you about this and
Hmm.
laughing with you, but that's only because it's not you. It's not
Yeah.
the you of today. Because there's no way we could do this because it
No.
takes this stuff so seriously. These kids suffer behind it so tremendously. It's just sad. But to see y'all, we just had to do this. Like this ain't usually how I go. But
Hmm.
I hope that you guys can lead and set an example for others to know.
Yeah.
Hey, wake up, grow up, do what's best for y'all kids. Because if y'all can do it, they can do it. If it can get from that point of you doing that and y'all
Yeah.
cool today, these people don't have no excuse. They just need to let it go. Like you said, they need to grow up and do what's best for their children. So
That's true.
I thank you for coming on the platform. We probably gonna have to do a follow up because
Yeah.
these better baby mamas need a boot camp, girl. And if you did all that stuff you talking about,
Man.
No.
and y'all today can
Yeah.
do that,
Yeah. That's what's
much
up.
much respect, much love. Like
Yeah.
Thank you.
just thank you for sharing that. It's
I ain't that
Thank
grown
you.
yet.
oh no, that's because she's still bitter. Like it ain't no light at the end
Like,
of the tunnel with that. That
no.
motherfucker is closed off in concrete. That tunnel got concrete in it. It ain't
That's
nothing
the
happening.
problem. That's the
Ain't nothing
problem.
happening.
I don't have the patience for it no more.
Oh
I
no.
don't have the patience.
Oh no.
Okay. Well, all right. Appreciate you.
Thank you
Thanks for
so
Thank
making
much.
us
you.
laugh.
Y'all have a good night.
All
Y'all have
right.
a good one.
See you later. Man, I'm
All right.
telling you.
Man,
Yeah, this
it's
is the
crazy.
proof right here, y'all see. And so this is not rehearsed.
Yeah.
This is live. Like this is how it is. And so y'all gotta get it together. Y'all gotta just do what y'all gotta do for y'all kids and
Yeah.
this is what we preach. This is what we're gonna continue to preach. You know, this stuff is not a walk in the park. There's nothing easy about it. We don't make people believe that it's something that can, change overnight. You heard what they said. Even just to get to a healthy space took a decade. So
Yeah.
us fighting in courts for kids took 5 years. We have
Yeah.
people on there that talk about tens and thousands of dollars. So it's not nothing that we want to lie about and make you guys believe that it's a fairy tale because it's not. And so coming here and doing this every day, you will see every story is different, every case is different, but the mission remain the same. We
Yeah. We raising
we for the kids.
awareness.
So
Yeah.
I had lost my train of thought because
Yeah.
I'm so
That's what we
so
doing.
moved by y'all. Thank you everybody that came on tonight. Like it was real. It was real. Like
Yeah.
the realest that we probably ever seen.
But
So
that's what we doing, man. We raising awareness. We we open the people eyes to what's really going on out here because people is don't believe parental alienation exists. They don't believe that this is a real thing. They think it's made up. Every man that's not in their kid's life, majority they calling them deadbeats. Even some of the bitter baby mamas. I mean, I never heard it from her side of things of what she was going through, what she felt. But this is a we doing this for growth. Yeah. For the kids. Yeah. So it's never too late. Like I say all the time, like y'all just got to take action and y'all got to do what's best. And now, when I say take action, I'm not necessarily talking about going to court. We are talking about just change for your child. Like, whatever that look like, whatever healthy look like for your kid, you need to take action to start moving towards that. That needs to be a plan. That needs to be a goal. That needs to be something that you're working towards every day, because these kids don't look where we are. Look what world we live in. Like, they didn't ask to be here. They didn't ask to be a part of this chaos. So if you're a part of it, then you need to end it for them and do what's best for them. Yeah, because if you alienate your kids, or if you even a deadbeat, man, them are lifelong trauma for your kids, man. We had grown people come on our panel crying, talking about stuff that happened to them, or not having a pen, or talking about their mama alienating them from their kids, man. Yes. They still fighting and going through that. So with that being said, good night, and we got to do better for these kids, man. Please like and share. Yeah, y'all subscribe to everybody who done came up. That we love updates, but we got to push this. Like, put it out there, let everybody know this is a safe space. We all in this together. Like, it's no judgment. That's not what we here for. At the end of the day, we got to make this move. Like, we got to do it. And so, as a community, y'all, everybody that come up, y'all know what it is. Like, we've been there, we've done it. We got to help other people get to the point where we at, and that's what it's all about. Or, and if you ain't at the point, you need to try to listen to get to that point. Yeah. Yep. But yeah. All right. Never too late, y'all. Good night, man. We appreciate y'all. W3. We see you.